Government tells Parliament India is committed to peaceful resolution of border face-off with China. COVID-19 infections on the increase in Northeast, death toll in Tripura reaches 207. Recovery rate in India on the rise crosses 78%. Across the globe, over 2 crore persons overcome the disease. Doordarshan turns 61. INB Minister Prakash Javadekar says the national broadcaster is part of our lives. And miles of chunk of ice breaks of Arctic's largest remaining ice sheet in Greenland prompts rapid disintegration fears among scientists. Good evening viewers, welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Hansraj and now the details. In national news first, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today said India is committed to a peaceful resolution of the current border standoff with China in Ladakh, but any attempt to unilaterally alter the status quo by the neighbouring country is unacceptable. Making a statement in Lok Sabha, Singh also said the Indian Army has inflicted heavy costs including casualties on the Chinese side during the clash with the PLA at the Galwan Valley on June 15th. The Defence Minister said that since April, a build-up of troops and armaments by the Chinese side has been witnessed in the border areas adjacent to eastern Ladakh. In early May, the Chinese side had taken action to hinder the normal traditional patrolling pattern of Indian troops in the Galwan Valley area, which resulted in a face-off, he said. Parliament today passed the Aircraft Amendment Bill 2020 with the Rajya Sabha approving it today. The bill has already been passed by the Lok Sabha. In the corona update from the region, Arunachal Pradesh has reported altogether 6,298 cases with 4,531 recoveries and 11 deaths. Manipur has reported altogether 7,971 cases with 6,340 recoveries and 46 deaths. The number in Meghalaya has reached 3,864 with 2,151 recoveries and 27 deaths. In Mizoram, there are now altogether 1,468 cases with 919 recoveries. Nagaland has reported altogether 5,214 cases with 3,915 recoveries and 10 deaths. Sikkim has a total of 2,119 cases with 1,521 recoveries and 16 deaths. And lastly, Tripura has recorded the highest number of 19,696 cases with 11,925 recoveries and 207 deaths. In Meghalaya, 30 personnel at Raj Bhavan, including staff, officials and police personnel, have tested positive for COVID-19. State Health and Family Welfare Minister A.L. Hek said the governor has tested negative. The entire area has been turned into a containment zone. Members of the staff who tested positive have been sent to different corona care centers. In the corona update from Assam, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma in a tweet said altogether 2,403 persons tested positive during the last 24 hours. The positivity rate being 7.45%. The total number of COVID-19 cases in the state now stands at 1,44,166 with 1,13,133 recoveries. The death toll has increased to 482. The recovery rate among COVID-19 patients in India has reached 78.28%. In all, 79,292 COVID patients recovered and were discharged from the hospitals during the last 24 hours. The Union Health Ministry said the total number of recoveries has reached 38,59,399. It said the constant increase in recoveries ensured that the actual caseload of the country is reduced and currently comprises only 20.08% of the total positive cases. Effective implementation of test, track and treat approach has led to higher recoveries and lower fatality. Currently, India's case fatality rate is 1.64%. The total number of positive cases has now reached 49,30,236. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country is 9,90,061. In the last 24 hours, 1,054 deaths have been reported, taking the toll to 80,808. So far, over 5.8 crore tests have been conducted across the country. Across the globe, the total number of COVID-19 cases has risen to 2,94,59,649, whereas 2,12,86,937 people have recovered till date. Meanwhile, the death toll rose to 9,32,997. India is currently in the second place in terms of cases, while the US accounted for the world's highest number of cases at 67,49,289. In view of an ICAR examination scheduled to be conducted on 16th, 17th, 22nd and 23rd September, UGC NET 2020 examination will now be held from September 24th onwards. In a communique, the National Testing Agency has said this is due to some common candidates in both exams. The next schedule of subject-wise and shift-wise details will be uploaded subsequently. The downloading of admit cards indicating roll number, examination center, date, shift and timing of examination will be announced shortly on the official website ugcnet.nta.nic.in of UGC NET Examination 2020. India's national broadcaster Doordarshan has turned 61 today. On this day in 1959, Doordarshan was launched. All these years, it has woven countless moments of memories with its evergreen shows. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla has said that Doordarshan has been discharging its duties jealously as national broadcaster for the last 61 years and is bringing authentic information and healthy entertainment for the people. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar has said Doordarshan is part of Indian lives. It has given the viewers several good programs like Ramayana and Mahabharata. Through its bouquet of channels like DD News Live, DD Kisan, DD Bharati, DD National, DD India and DD Retro, the national broadcaster is in constant contact with the citizens, he added.
इस साल आप लोगों ने सभी ने रामायण और महाभारत देखकर दूरदर्शन को एक विश्व रिकॉर्ड स्थापित करने में मदद की है। मैं चाहूंगा कि आप सभी दूरदर्शन के साथ जुड़े रहें, हमारे YouTube चैनल पर सारे आर्काइव्स को देखें, सोशल मीडिया पे अपना फीडबैक देते रहें और हम सबको आपका प्यार मिलता है।
A 44 square mile chunk of ice, about twice the size of Manhattan, has broken off the Arctic's largest remaining ice shelf in northeast Greenland in the last 2 years, leaving scientists fearful over its rapid disintegration. The territory's ice sheet is the second biggest in the world behind Antarctica's, and its annual melt contributes more than a millimeter rise to sea levels every year. It appears to be progressive disintegration at the Arctic's largest remaining ice shelf because upstream is the only major Greenland ice sheet stream, said Jason Box from the Geological Survey of Denmark and Greenland QS in a statement. This last 2 summers have been exceptionally warm, Box said. The QS researchers have been tracking the loss of ice in the area using optical satellite imagery. Greenland, the world's largest island, is located between the Arctic and Atlantic Oceans, and around 79% of its surface is covered in ice. In Meghalaya, Department of Philosophy, Lady Queen College, Shillong recently organized an international webinar on the theme Science and Spirituality, Strategic Partners in World Peace and Prosperity. It emphasized the crucial role of an individual in building world peace. The webinar was conducted in 2 sessions.
The first session is on the 10th Usha Bhattacharya Memorial Lecture given by Professor S.R. Bhatt, former chairman ICPR New Delhi. In the second session, Professor Ananta Kumar Giri of Madras Institute of Development Studies, Chennai, delivered a lecture on inter-religious dialogue.
In Meghalaya, the Ramakrishna Mission Centers of Sora and Shillong, in a joint venture, successfully demonstrated the technological capability of conducting online classes in a no-internet zone by using intranet. Online academic classes of hybrid interactive knowledge assimilation initiative HIKAI from classes 1 to 12 were inaugurated on Monday at Ramakrishna Mission Secondary School, Sobar of East Khasi Hills District. With internet connectivity a problem for rural masses, this unique initiative will help students in their online learning, said Swami Anuragananda. He said that in the last 3 weeks, the Ramakrishna Mission launched the online classes for any students studying under the Meghalaya Board of Secondary Education. In Manipur, the Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, RIMS, celebrated its 49th Foundation Day at the Jubilee Hall in its premises in Imphal on Monday. RIMS Director Professor Hantham Santa Singh presented a detailed annual report of the institute since its inception in 1972 till date. He said that so far it has produced 3,532 doctors and 1,849 specialist doctors. So far, a total of 61 students have been trained in MPhil in clinical psychology. In Meghalaya, Jawai MLA Velanmiki Shela on Monday inaugurated and released a BAM T-shirt of the Bouncers Association of Meghalaya BAM Jayantia unit in the presence of Deputy Commissioner West Jayantia Hills District Garoth LNS Dykes. Addressing the gathering, Velanmiki Shela lauded Yosar Kinzing for his role in providing a platform to the youth through such an association, which will also bring employment opportunities for those who are fit. Yosar Kinzing, President BAM, presented a certificate of recognition for the newly formed body in the district. And to end the news, here are the headlines once again. Government tells Parliament India is committed to peaceful resolution of border face-off with China. COVID-19 infections on the increase in Northeast. Death toll in Tripura reaches 207. Recovery rate in India on the rise, crosses 78%. Across the globe, over 2 crore persons overcome the disease. Doordarshan turns 61. INB Minister Prakash Javadekar says the national broadcaster is part of our lives. And miles, a chunk of ice breaks off Arctic, the largest remaining ice sheet in Greenland, prompts rapid disintegration fears among scientists. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.